morning, everybody. Welcome to the Catch the Turn webinar. My name is Joel Dollar. Hope you guys had a good weekend. It was a pretty good one for me. Got a little bit of yard work done, relaxing, and back on the screens for the market open today. Got it on oil this morning. Just looking back, I'm going to be looking to trade CL myself when the new algorithms get released, new platform, and so forth. I'm just reviewing the 5-minute to see how clean the rides are on oil. Now, we can't trade oil off FXCM unless we live in a foreign country. But the new platform, we'll be able to trade oil and all the products you can trade: natural gas, oil, Brent, all that good stuff. So just checking out the runs. Didn't want them to be. This is what I look for on a scalp. If you're looking for pairs to trade or for new things to trade, I'll look for things like this. But I want to say this is on a Friday. Yeah. Looking for nice up and down. I want to see clean runs down and then a clean ride up. That's what I'm looking for. So last night we had our clean ride up about this morning about 4:25 till about 5:30. I want to say it's like 42 ticks, moving it up. So not that bad. Cross back down, choppy, and now we're shooting back down. So when you're looking to trade other pairs, I wonder if there's R's on here. I don't think it is. Natural gas. Let's see how natural gas looks. I like to just kind of check out the 5. I like to see solid runs down, solid runs up. But this is one heck of a reversal. Straight down, stop, straight up. Next run down, choppy movement, then nice run up. So I like to see clean runs. The pairs that actually trend. Here's a nice one here. Oh yeah, the trend's nice. Come up, come down, come up. I want to see prices, and I want to see pairs that actually trend very well. That's what I'm looking for when I trade. So I'll look at the 5-minute chart if I'm learning a new pair, especially if it comes to scalping. I definitely want to just go back and observe these nice runs down. I don't want to see a lot of this. I don't want to see nothing but this. You know, I mean, if I'm actually zoomed out now and it looks like this, then that's just something I don't trade. I think the Euro CHF looks like that. Do I have that on there? No, I don't. But for natural gas, oil, S&P, these are things that we're going to be able to trade coming up very, 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 very soon. I don't actually scalp the S&P. My other broker in the past, I've traded it off of Thinkorswim. I've traded it on swing charts, but we can see nice moves down the S&P, across the ocean, indecision candle, break a cobra, next hour, swing back down, depending all based on what news is going on. So Friday I did go over the ocean. I did show it on a tick chart, so people could actually watch how it moved, how it acted, and that's really what I wanted to focus on. Because there's going to be times, the ocean, as I said Friday, it's one of the most important aspects of the system. It's really what I look at for anything, if I'm even cruising through pairs looking for setups. The ocean is what I want to see. We wouldn't scalp this right here. This is way too up and down. Let me go to my swing. The ocean really is my guide. I'll leave it here for now. It's really going to help me out, let me know where price is going. But notice the ocean can move. It does move, especially in the 1 hour. Once you understand the ocean, it kind of clicks. And I remember getting asked a lot of questions in the past that, well, price is right here heading up. Technically, yes, you can call this a nice uptrend. But if even when we were just doing a quick comparison for an uptrend, we're due to come back down. We're due to come back down, hit the trend line, and move back forward, back down to deviation. one of the things that I mentioned, that if we do break the ocean, which has happened on other pairs before, it's happened on Aussie USD, it's happened on the majors, where we break the ocean and just slowly kind of, if we range sideways a little bit and take another breath up, the ocean will start to kind of shift. And I think you guys saw that on Friday, how it shifted and turned back opposite way to follow, because value is adjusting. Because price is being knocked out and sent in certain ways, value has to adjust. But the concept behind the whole system is very simple. Once we deviate, we come back into price. And you see that happening a lot. You can see now, I mean, we went up high, and our shooting actually back down. We're cutting the candle, and over here we can see we're actually two bear candles into moving down. Had a little pin bar, shot up. Now we have our bear candles coming back down. So the Cobra is set far enough to make you wait for that actual break of Cobra before we get in, so it's an official move down. But today we've had, I mean, if you scalped, or even if you take a swing trade, you had plenty of scalping opportunities, especially the last 2 hours this morning. So if you were looking for scalping on the Euro USD, which is what we recommend because it's a very heavily traded pair, and the spread's pretty decent. It's pretty good scalps these last 2 hours. I think it was a down and up move, so it would have been a little bit tricky. Let me go over here and actually look at the Euro. Yeah, there was your run right there. About 4:50 this morning is when it started. Right about here. This is the last 3 hours up. This was your run up. Not sure if you would have probably gotten a fake break on Cobra, meaning it would have been red, but we had no break. That would have been your run. So if you're going for 30 pips a day, which is what we push, let's see what would have been there, what the market was going to give us. 37, 30, about 35. So remember I said, if I'm scalping the Euro USD, I'm going to take the exact opposite on the USD CHF as a swing. So if that were the case, I want to show you guys these setups here. And I don't like to say that this is what you would have made, because I don't know if you would have actually pulled the trigger. So we're moving up. This has been a risky iffy, because around about 6 o'clock, we were actually almost deviated to the point where we're low. Could say, let's go, oh, that's the wrong setup. Could say, possibly getting in, pulling that short, maybe 12 pips, depending on when you closed out. And then if we go back to swing, I want to see this raw chart real quick, folks. Well, we could almost call it a double bottom, but it didn't line up perfect. But we're now looking to pull back up into progress because the Euro is moving down. But remember, we want to break Cobra. So by doing this, what you're seeing is you are seeing what was there as far as the setups, where they were at, and what happened last night. And then throughout the day, you can watch and see what was going on. And instead of saying this is what you would have made, I just want to show you that these were your setups and the probability that you would have pulled. I know I would have gone long here, because remember I talked about the reload. This is a small little reload. We didn't break Cobra, so I'm looking. This is my bounce off of Cobra, back up. But look how far now look how far back we're coming back to the candle. Here's price. Here's the price line. We were up here this morning. I watched it shoot up this morning when the market started to come online. And that's what happens usually when that's why Sundays are so pivotal point. That's why you really can't take a solid read off of Sunday or Monday morning. You know, let Sunday do its thing, because the market's going to go in a certain direction, and then all of a sudden Monday it's going to spike up and then it's going to settle. Normally it's gap open, gap up and gap down, breakaway gap. There's all tons of gaps you guys can read about online. For the raw candles, actually, that's the wrong chart. Yeah, that's why the money room is not done on the Sunday nights, because Sunday nights the markets sometimes Friday's going to say we're moving. There's everything pointing we're moving up, and Sunday we move down. and it's because the market's digesting what happened over the weekend, you know, as far as companies, you know, banks and so forth. And then money room done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yes, yes, yes. And then when I have setups, I'm getting it set to where when I have setups, you guys will get an email blast from me, which I'm starting this week to get that set up on possible swings and position. Because there's no point to sit in the money room all day waiting for a swing or a position. But as the market was, I mean, it was up here. It was right about here a while ago, and we were shooting back down. Actually, we can see exactly where. Well, wrong chart here. I keep thinking I'm on the swing chart. We can see exactly where we're actually shot up to, and that's usually why I'm very cautious with Sundays. We actually got to right about 37.55, and so now we're moving back down. Didn't really get a gap this weekend for the open and close. But I want to say we shot up pretty good this week. Now we're coming back in. So if we continue to come back in, break Cobra, we know we're coming back down for a ride. One from Ross. Hey Ross. So our candles being smooth force us to wait for that by seeing these two here, which might confuse somebody who's new in trading. If you do read Japanese candlestick patterns, yes, you can try to figure out what's going on. I wouldn't call it a spinning top because the body is a little bit too thick. But we can see we might just stair step our way down a little bit, maybe engulf this last pattern. I did have a pin bar. Remember, I don't put too much stock into pin bars anymore. I've had successful trades in the past with them. There's a doji for indecision, but they have burned me on times when they should have gone the other way but didn't go the other way. So instead of watching these two here, which might force someone to say, "Whoop, they're going down now to get in," we force you to wait to make sure. Now you can play aggressive and go off a raw chart, or you can wait for ours to cross. It just comes down to the trader. What you can see is now we have really nothing showing on high and low, nothing really at all to give me anything saying that we are going to move straight down here. I wouldn't be going short right now. The 15-minute we do have a turn, but no average arrow. And we're slowly slacking off on market force and gaining some selling. The market force, I don't want to see the both on there. I want to see nothing. I want to see times when there's no buying, or times when there is no selling. Like right here, there's both. So it's going to flow back and forth, and we get nothing. That really helps me verify, okay, we actually are moving. We're moving up right here. There's no selling in sight. Took a little dip down, dip back up. A little bit there, but we still had a little bit. Only one spot through here, two candles, that there's no buying. So we're looking for price to push down and come back into the ocean on the Euro USD. Of course, you have to know your news. There's not a whole lot coming out today I've looked at that's going to concern me for the trades I'm looking in. So see, Tina had a question so far. Says, good or bad, you do not want to trade when it's all on one side. On talking about market force, Tina. Yeah, I like to see when it's all up on the side. I want to see, because that means we have no selling interest. There's nothing in the market telling me right now we're going to sell. And right there is we get our first peak of some selling coming back in. That's the next thing we do. We get our piercing average arrow. We slow down. We're coming down for a breath. So I like to see nothing there. I like to see a lot of buying. And I do a lot of mix back and forth. When I get the back and forth areas right here, it's really, it's hard to get a gauge. We're probably ranging. Yes, Ross. Yeah, the money room. Yeah, you have to be a CTT client to join the money room because we trade off this software. Everyone has the software. On Steam, no. On Steam, it's just, this is a verification. Remember, as I said before, we have our three main trading algorithms, which are the Ocean, Cobra, and our entry candles, red, green, blue, yellow. These are entry candles. Then I verified what's going on with stealth, high and low, Steam, and market force. I don't take trades off of market force. I'm just verifying that we're actually out of steam. We're actually ran out of steam in this area here. I can see a market force. We've lost buying, regained selling. But to make it a complete solid signal, I don't really want to see any. I want to go for a while and not see any any buying or any selling. So yeah, this is just verifying what this move over here is doing. So I'm watching now that, let me look how far we were actually up. We came down all the way, we cut through. We haven't got an average arrow yet. Price hasn't moved far enough to give us that extreme high. So we're moving back down through. And remember, I showed you guys an example of why we don't trade off the color change, because the color hasn't changed yet. And look how far price has already cut through steam. Steam candles are extremely smooth. They're the ones that show us when the trade, the turn is actually over. It's done. Yes, your chart should show, unless you're live. And if you're live, folks, you're going to see what you see here. This would be midnight skin, but you're going to see this, the kind of the grayish black background. Your blue line won't be plotted because we haven't got on your live chart set up yet. If you're demo, yes, it's going to be plotted. You can actually see this line. You just right click, go to options, and then you're going to click on chart view options. You're going to scroll down to where it says current market price line, show current market price line. So we want to show our current market, yes, in the current market price line color. It's a dotted line. It can be any color line. It can be dotted, dashed, whatever you want. And I have that there so I can see where price is at, cutting through my candles. So these are smooth candles. This line is turned off. It's a little bit hard to read. You can just see the box where price is at. But I want to see a line. All I can see is cutting through my candle. Yes, you can change that on your live accounts as well. As I said, you just right click, go to options. You'll probably see general options. Just click on chart view options. Scroll down till you see show current market price. It'll be no. Just click yes and then click OK, and you've got it. Because I'm looking at the next candle. We'll see here in about 10 minutes. I'm looking at this next candle to either be a green yellow or to be a possibly low red green. So let's see. Now if we push back up, of course you won't have it. But let's see how weak this candle is going to be, showing me that we should be coming back down into the ocean. There are times when you'll see these setups that look pretty good, and as you watch Friday, there's times price will come down and then shoot back straight up and just kind of keep going north. They don't do it on the majors as much. They do it on the exotics things. If you guys trade like the GPD NZD, Aussie NZD, they'll really kick that off. Let me pull up my trade station, add a symbol. I'm going to show you guys where is it? ZAR. There you are. Yep, I know I gotta have 20. Cloth Aussie. ZAR. Alright. This is a pair that will do those short turns. You know, we'll be set up coming down, stop, and just reverse completely. And the ZAR is a very exotic pair, but it's one of the pairs that, you know, if you are going to trade it, you gotta have a lot of margin, like a lot. You gotta have a lot of money in your account to trade it. But just to give you an example, you guys have all seen the euro, how it moves. You've seen how the USD CHF moves in just a few candles. So just say last night we got in at 2 in the morning. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 candles, which is not a whole lot. We would have moved about 400 pips roughly. So on the 15-minute chart, you got in at 2015 and held it to the next arrow. Some folks trade off steam. These are smooth, so we'd be down a little bit further. And roughly pull 472 pips. So the ZAR moves a lot, but the margin requirement is extremely high. Let's give you guys an idea. So for 1 penny, it's $20 margin. So this is a 200 to 1. This is the European account. So in the U.S. it's $50. So if we're trading $1, it's roughly $2,000. But then U.S. is about 5. So if you're trading back to what I trade, yeah, about $60,000 just to trade standard lot 30. So not going to happen much. This thing is it's got crazy, crazy, crazy leverage. But this is considered exotic. This is the one that will literally force that ocean to turn on a dime. Because I bet you, if anything, if I saw that we were actually coming straight down over here. We pushed, came up, pushed, came up, ocean's forced to turn. So those are exotic pairs that we trade. I will swing or position those pairs because I'm not affected much by the spread. The spread on those are right now is sitting at, let's see if I moved you guys around, about 20, 12, 20, 13. So it fluctuates. And as far as spreads are concerned, I was asked a question about the FXCM spread. Their spread's 2.4, and a lot of brokers will tell you that that's way too high. But here's the thing: FXCM is an FTP broker. They're not a market maker. They're not gonna place trades against you, and you're not gonna take a trade and it goes out to the markets, and then you get a requote because they want you to get at a different rate. You know, they're not gonna look at the best buy. This is going straight through to all their liquidity providers. So 2.4, I don't mind paying the extra spread. It's not going to bother me one bit because I'm not going to have the games play with my trade. I'm not going to be stop hunted. I'm not going to have the trade go. I'm not going to have them trade against me. I'm not going to have constant, especially when you're scalping. It's horrible to have a requote, and then 10 seconds goes by, and then you get filled, and then that just puts you off big time if you're scalping with momentum. So FXCM is an STP broker, so I don't mind the 2.4. Once your account grows in size and it gets larger, they will lower your spread down. You can get about 1.2 pips. I ran into brokers at trading expos, and it's just so funny because they're I think I've said before, they're like those cell phone salesmen in the mall, or the vendors that you walk by in the mall that always want to say, hey, what kind of cell phone you got? I can get you lower prices. First thing you said is, what kind of spreads you got over there? I can get you lower. Well, I could care less if you give me 5 cents, or 5 or 0.5, a spread. If you can play games with me, no, thank you. So FXCM is an STP broker. So I was asked about the spreads. So the spreads do flux over the weekend. Just one thing too, Tina, is that on the weekend as well, the spreads really don't come back down into play until early morning. New York market opens up. When London Euro opens up, they start to fall back down into place. There's times when I've seen the Euro up to like 9 pip spread, which is weird. The ZAR, I've seen the high as 347. That's a little bit too high for my taste to hold it over the weekend. So Fridays, I let the market kind of do its thing and kind of get an idea. But Fridays are very erratic. Sundays, I let the market. I don't try to get. I do scan the markets, but I don't sit there and take that knowledge what I'm seeing as a setup. If I have a setup, I'll wait for New York to come online because I want to see how our U.S. market digests that news and digests that rate. I think Friday or last night, Japanese yen, they had they spoke on a policy, and price, it was really bad, and price shot up pretty high, but it's due to come back down on the daily. So I'm in that trade. I think there's a few people that might have taken that trade as well. I'm in that trade because the daily is poised to come back in to the ocean and recognizing these spikes here. So if you know your news and you're thinking here, okay, what say we have a long candle here. You're thinking, okay, what was this spike here? What shot this up? What's going on? Even though we're in the direction of the ocean, what's going on? And people will think, okay, wow, price is just going to go this way. Well, know your news. Tina's got USD AUD. You mean the Aussie USD, Tina? Aussie USD. Okay. So we're kind of set up the same as the Euro USD right now. We're outside looking to shoot back down. But if you get news release that stops it and shoots it straight up, if the ocean still stays this way, I call these runners. Yeah, no problem. I get them backwards too. I call these runner candles. Now, when I was a scalper, I love to see this right here. I love to see it. Let's see if we can see it maybe on the scalp platform. I call them runners. I love these are candles that respond off news. There's not a raw chart on here, but I love the candles that really shot straight up. I love that because what that tells me, here I can do this real quick, is what goes up must come down. And These are my perfect times and perfect chances. If I was scalping, 5-minute chart, yeah. If I saw this huge candle shoot up and then come right back down, super around with the ocean. If we shoot up and come right back down, I love seeing it. Like, say if we were in the ocean now and we didn't see these candles, we saw this nice candle just push straight up, stopped off, almost a tweezer top in a way. If we had another wick right there, came straight back down, and this run right here was what I would scalp. And I love seeing these candles because they really news push it up, so I knew, okay, we're coming back down. So if I got in and news pushed me, if I got in to go short for some reason right here, yet news pushed me back up, I get in again, because especially if I had a runner candle, a candle that shoots straight up just by itself, I mean, goes what, maybe not even 15 pips, maybe on the Aussie. Which 15 pips be? Yeah, about 15 pips, which is quite big for the Aussie. And see that happen, I would like to actually catch that ride back down. There's times when you have a runner up, and then it'll just kind of come down and keep going up. Always look at your news, right? Check out your news and see what's going on, because something is pushing it up. But like I said, the greatest what I've read before in the past, it's very nice from Murray Math. The market has the right to go up, but it has the obligation to go down. That's why we margin correctly. We don't use if you're using leverage, you make sure you're not requesting the max leverage. You're using your margin correctly, because of what goes up, then will come down. All right. Be it a bigger time scale, a smaller time scale. That's why we try to line up with the daily. You want to see what the daily is doing. Pull Aussie. So here's the daily, right? So what does it look like, folks? Well, we were outside, came back down. We're cutting this candle nice and neat. And if I were to, I don't have the raw chart. Let me go to a raw chart here. If I was on a raw chart, let's see what that daily looks like on the Aussie USD. I bet you we're going to have a bear candle. Yeah, there we are. 3 nice bearish candles moving back down. We have the raw chart here because some clients like to trade from our actual standard version to a raw chart version to see that. We have a nice little pin bar, reversing, came down, deviated, reversing, came up, deviated through kill zone, reversing, came down. So we could ride this back down. Now if we could stop, stagger, stop, stagger, stop, stagger, and move down, you guys saw on Friday the ocean shift. So we're very cautious. If the weekly is going against us, or if we're taking a trade right now, say you wanted to go long. Well, if you went long and you didn't get out on your exit, now you're stuck. When the yes, we are going to go long again, because the hour cycles. The hour does this. The hour. Let me get my nice drawing tool up here. The hour is going to cycle. So if the daily is moving down, the hour will do this. So you might have a chance to get back out to your break even. Say if you did go long, you missed your exit, your next chance might come here, right? I've had a friend that went back when the Euro USD was actually making its nice push down from 1.45 down 1.20, and when it stopped briefly this past year, he came back up. He went short. Well, it never really did move back past. So every time it retraced, he put in 3 shorts. I think it was 3 shorts for his fund manager account. It never did quite go back to that level. I think it was November when he closed it out, and it was just sitting here. Even though we know we did go back down to 1.20, 1.21, he had to get out because it just pushed out, because his lot size almost forced him for a margin call. And being a fund manager trading for others' accounts, he tried to get back on these, but it never did come back down. I think he closed half out when he got down close to the first one, but he was stuck in the other 2. So be very careful when you do that. Yes, it will cycle back up, but just be careful and watch your exits, because the daily itself is poised to go down. And let's just really quick see what the weekly is doing. And we can see the weekly is going down. We're on actually a small down week, so we're kind of bouncing. I'm gonna get technical. Nope. So you can see it's actually moving down. Getting a nice little range right here. Up, down, up, down. This is what's hard to trade. This is what traders really can't trade. But with our system, we can see that. We can see these ranging weeks. And so the daily is heading down on the Aussie USD. So know your news. News is just going to affect my entry. If I'm entering, if I say if I want to enter today on the Aussie USD, if I want to get in right now, so okay, I believe it's going to move down to value. We want to be careful that there's not news that might come out that might push it up against the 40, 60 pips, because that's 40 or 60 pips or ticks when we start getting into oil and futures and stocks that I could actually have on my side. I can get a better entry. So like I said, it's just watch your news, watch what's going out when you trade, because there are times when I've gotten in and news came out and pushed it up, and if I'm waiting for price to come back down and I get yet another spike up, and I say, okay, what did it? Oh, news. That's why news was bad for that pair. It was a bad release. So of course markets responded, and there's responses. There's a gradual response where it kind of steps its way up, and then there's a runner candle, as I mentioned, which just shoots you straight up. I like seeing runner candles. That means, okay, that's just news hype. That's just hot air pushing news. Just like when I traded penny stocks, I watch a stock that is maybe worth 75 cents, nothing, and all of a sudden it gets shot up to about $1.50, to $2.50. Well, I can wait in that first reversal sign I get to sell. I'm going to short that stock because it's not worth that much. That was just hype. That was either a hype campaign to push it up or something to push it up. It's not valued. That value does not match that stock. Same thing on Forex. I watch those runner candles. I want to see a nice shoot up, or a price just takes off and skyrockets. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's going to come back down. It's going to move back down into line, especially if it's violating the rules of the ocean, especially if we're way out of the ocean, yet the ocean is still doing its thing, or if we're on a turn of the ocean, and I know price will come back down in to line back up to make it move back up, then I'm not too worried. As I mentioned to some of the people I've taught on Skype, trust the algos, right? There are times the market's just going to stop what it's doing, it's going to break the rules. That's the market. That's trading. That's when you're like, okay, got it. The market just, it did its own thing. Yes, I'm humble. Okay, right on. There's times when this might have been the perfect setup to go short again, which I know it wasn't, but if it was, then it would just shot up. And it shot up. Yes, we came back down to it, to at least your break even. But look how many days that was. Here's 9-6. You didn't come back down and break even until 10-8. So you had to cover this trade the whole time. Would I have gotten in back here? Yes, I would have. I'd have gotten in and rode back down to my initial investment. So now I'm getting these pips, and I'm closing out and break even. So those are what I'll do sometimes. I might hold a trade for 2 months. I might hold a trade for 4 months. I position. Now, that's not my one trade. And do understand, I will do probably 2 position trades, and I'll swing 4 or 5 trades. So I'll have like 50 pips, 40 pips, 80 pips, bam, 400. Because I've closed the position out about 3 months ago. I have 20, 60, 20, 40, 80, 100, 20, 100, bam, 400. So I'm always having those position trades eventually close out in profit. So that's how I diversify my trading. That is how I make sure that I'm getting the most from the market. So our goal, if you are new today, we try to go for about 30 pips a day if you're scalping, because that can add up very, very well. And the goal is, and we're now full. Remember now, if you're coming from futures or from stock, we're trading Forex. Forex just talked about in pips. So pip means for every time it moves up 1 point. So say if we are, you just cover this just for those who, because I know at the boot camp, I had a lot of questions about margin, about how much a pip is worth, and so forth. Say if we are, let me get a bigger size here, 1.5256, all right. I'm looking at 60. Really, I'm looking at 0. All right, which is the 5th digit, which is what we follow. So if price went 1.5256, oops, 5.9, and it kept going down to, oops, it kept going down to 5.8, and then 5.7, 5.6, and 5.5. So each time it moves down, that's 1 pip. All right. So how much you're getting paid on that is based off of whatever lot size you're trading. That's all. So it's 1 pip for each move that it goes down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So it's moving down. You're moving down in your pip count. All right. So you can be paid 10 cents a pip. You can be paid $1, which most of you guys will start out at about $1.10 a pip roughly. You can then get paid. You can get it to where you're paying $10, which is standard lot 1. This is your goal, is $10 a pip. This is when you start really seeing a difference in your trading. And as time goes up, you can get paid $30. And as time even gets higher, I know we have people. I know Vlad will trade roughly $1,000 a pip. So when you're making 30 pips a day, that's 30 grand a day. You can kind of get the idea of where we're going here. My goal is 150 pips a week, about 600 pips a month. We have a goal, because if you don't have a goal, you're gonna hop in, hop out, and trade, and you're gonna tend to overtrade your account. You don't put cash value on Forex. We don't look at it as a cash goal. If you do in futures and stocks and so forth, when you're pulling, 43 ticks, and you're $10 a contract, and you're pulling those $850 days. In Forex, looking at how many pips. The systems that we trade in Forex are based off of, well, how many pips can it get me? What's its consistency in getting pips and so forth. When we come out on the new platform in Ninja, we've changed, a few of these algorithms. We've changed. Stealth is a lot better. High and low will now show divergence a lot more. Convergence, divergence, you know what that is? It's very easy to see higher high, lower low on price, but the exact opposite. So it's going to be able to show us, plus we had moving averages plotted into it. Market force is a lot better, and then we've added one more algorithm to Steam. So it's going to be a lot better. We've actually had a lot of good time to really tweak it, and that is actually coming out, I want to say, within the week. I'm on the last code right now, writing it. Been spending a lot of time writing code, just to give you guys an idea. For every about 400 lines of that code, if you're running it from scratch, it's about 2 to 3 hours. And these code lines are usually about 800. So it takes a little bit of time, but that coming out being said, we'll now have the ability for stock, futures, anything you can trade. It's the energies, anything that you can get off of any of your brokers, Global Futures, AMP, whoever you guys use, you can trade, and of course Forex as well. Because you guys are, I'm with FXCM, I'm just gonna use him as my FX broker. Even if I do go with another broker that offers currency, I'm gonna keep with FXCM. So that'll be coming up very soon. It'll be a new platform, same concept, the Ocean, Cobra, the candles, everything's the same. We've just tweaked the verification indicators a lot better to allow us a little bit better entry and read, since we're dealing with stock and we're dealing with futures and so forth. We wanted to have a good read. Stops is on there. I think that's about all that we've tweaked on it. So it'll be coming out soon. And you guys have the system, of course. You can trade it. If you are new and haven't got it yet, I know the price will be a little bit higher because of what we're offering with it, because of the package deal. So we're going to run it in Ninja first to let everybody get an idea how it works, what's going on, and then move over to our new platform. So that'll all be coming out hopefully this week here. I'm going to get off today when I get off here and start working right away on it. I can only work in certain hours of the day with another coder that kind of guides me through C# to help me understand how that works. So we looking to get that going. So if you're coming over, if you're coming from used to trading futures and trading oil, it'll be available again. I'm looking forward to trading oil. I've heard it's one of the pairs that moves quite a bit, but I'm coming from Forex, so I'm used to pairs that move quite a bit. So that'll be good. Any questions today? I've got about 15 minutes left. I want to go back to your USD here. I want to see this candle. Remember we were cutting that candle, folks? So let's see what we got. There we go, really weak. And now we're down here. So today, oops, that was daily. What did I see when I was this morning? This candle was completely outside, right? It was just way out. I'm like, okay, we should be coming back in now. And we're coming back in. I haven't broke Cobra yet. Haven't really got any type of selling, but you know, I mean, if you play aggressive, you can get in, but if you get stuck, it's just because you play a little bit too aggressive. That happens sometimes. But here's our candle. Real weak, very weak, and we've actually passed this candle. So I know the next candle will definitely be a green red if we keep moving down. There's our average arrow on the 15-minute chart. Finally showed up. Look at how far price is. So it actually showed up to show us we're okay. The turn is official. We're coming down. Now, of course, we can stop and come back up, but we're looking for this to move down on the 1 hour. Now, the daily itself, though, folks, on Euro USD is still set to go up, but the overall, the big time frame, the weekly, is still set to go down. So remember I said the 1 hour is going to cycle down, cycle back up. So I'm looking for the 1 hour to actually turn back up either this week and start moving back up to get them back in line with the daily. But I'm looking for the daily to actually start to make its way across. Remember I showed the ocean on Friday. Let's see if it's moving now. We showed the ocean, how it's moving, and we can see price moving with it. And let's see if we get some good moves here. Now ignore Cobra because it's this is actually a tick chart. We don't trade on tick charts there. And there we are shooting off, shooting straight down, deviated past the ocean. Bring it back up. You can watch how the ocean moves, and I'll be eventually looking for the ocean to hit its point and make a turn back up on that 1 hour. There we go. Now we can kind of see how it's moving here, and then it continues with yellow at the middle of stealth would be a good part of the system to watch to see when to get into a sell. Until we deviated, come back up to the ocean, straighten out, and see how it about turns. This is what the trade right now looks like on the USJPY. We're turning, all right? Price shoots up, starts to head back up. So we watched this on Friday here. You can sit there and watch on a tick chart for yourself and watch price and watch it move. Let me see. You're asking which with the yellow at the middle line on stealth. Yeah, see, stealth tracking the strength of this trend here. The strength, all right, it's died off. All right, it's looking to cross zero line. The bears looking to take back over. They're getting stronger on their push down. We've been pushing. Market's been pushing down pretty strong. So yeah, to get on a sell, I'm actually watching Cobra. I'm watching the candle go from red green and getting a break of Cobra locked in. But I'm using these just to verify that lock in. So if we do get a lock on Cobra, like right here, we got a lock right here. Very weak, never really a blue-yellow. Bears are still in charge, and we had some selling volume. So this was a no-go. So over here, I'm waiting for it to break Cobra, see these bears overtake, and then lose my buying. Right now, we're kind of low. We're 0.003 level. So we're kind of watching this area. The new high and low coming out will show us mainly divergence, convergence, winning averages to track what's going on up top. So it'll follow the high. It'll be more of a volume-based chart. Yeah, mixed candles, red, yellow, and then blue, red. No, it's actually green, yellow, and then blue, red. Actually show us that that price is not going to something's going on. We're turning right here. Green, yellow. We took a breath down. This is what you keep your eye on. Are we going to break Cobra? We didn't break Cobra. Blue, red. This makes no sense here. This is not how the line. It's not lined up correctly. So remember, as I said, it's a quick visual. It allows me to come on the markets, see what's going on very quick, and not have to do a bunch of counting or a bunch of an analysts, and see where we're going at. I can sit there and say, all right, we're actually green, yellow. Something's going on. Let me go and keep an eye on this market and see what's going on. Let me verify with my other algorithms what's going on. Where are we going? Where's price? What news is coming out? So instead of me just happening to go trend line, Barboza, piercing line, Morningstar, what else is going on, where I'm at my fib lines, all this stuff here. It takes all out of it. And I still use some of those, but I don't have to use them as much anymore because I can see, what's going on. So we came today, just before this even started, we came from 30.70. I want to say it was actually right around 37. What did I say? 75.5, and we've come down all the way to where we are now. So we're pushing back down. The U.S. dollar is beating the euro. And then you can check your news on Traders Lab. You can check it on, I think I showed, what did I show last week? Did I show Forex Factory? I think I showed Forex Factory. There's other news that I want you guys to see, because I want you guys to have, a multiple area of what's going on and what you guys can see. So there's FX Street, which is another site that I've used in the past. Most calendars show the same thing, but it's kind of good just to see what other sources are showing. So let me go to economic calendar. There we go. All right. So here's last night at the yen, right? So I'm in a Japanese trade, right, and it shot up on me, which I'm okay, right? Because the daily is set to actually come back in. But if I wouldn't freak out, because okay, if we had previous consensus, all right, there we go, medium volume, and then we had some negativity right there, the exports, which is horrible. Previous consensus was pretty off, so that's why the Japanese was not doing too good. Next one is his speech, which would be a pretty important one on actually that came out to talk. And then you guys can sit here and look at how they rate theirs. Of course, low profile, medium profile, high profile. You can see all the pairs coming up this week here. 24th, 25th, all the way down till 26th, the weekend. So FX Street is another site, pretty good site as far as what's going on. Fundamental reports. I like sites that don't have a whole lot of hype, a whole lot of people trying to talk about how good of a trader they are. I'll never mention about how good of a trader I am, because I'm always, I still lose. We all learn. You never really can. To me, I don't think you can really be, a master trader, because if you do, there you go. There you go. Japanese currency continues to soften to multi-month low against numerous pairs. So the Hong Kong fell back slightly. You can read the fundamental news, what's going on. Now, I know Vlad loves fundamental news. He loves following it. So it's really good. Exports plummets amid China tension. So see, China tension, their exports plummet. That's why the market went up against me on that trade. So it's pretty good site to come to, FX Street. Technical, they give you tools. You're going to have, of course, advertisements from other webs. So I like their studies. It gives you what it's going, gives you support or pivot points. It gives you slightly bearish, and their overbought oversold is neutral. Pound, slightly bearish. It just gives you what they're looking at, what their sentiment is, right? You can pick your majors here. Here we go on the USD/JPY, slightly bullish, neutral, pivot levels, right? I want to say we passed up. We're in between the R1 and R2 right now on the Japanese. So you can just kind of go. It's a pretty good site to have tools, forecast, market view, technical analysis report, platforms, webinars, education. If you guys are learning, they offer trade greedy or trade scared, and they offer good reviews from people. Forex DVDs. Be very careful. Please don't go spend $800 on a DVD system when you can actually find it online for free. A lot of stuff you can get online for free, folks. You just gotta dig for it. But they're gonna offer all the brokers that you guys cannot trade with because they're foreign. But they've got basics, trading strategies, market. So it's a good site. So I'll try to show you guys a site every day that I go to that'll help you guys out, to get you guys in the knowledge of the currency markets, to kind of help you guys out and get in tune with that. Because we come online with a new platform, we'll have futures and stocks, and then I'll start showing those sites as well. But I will show you guys sites that I actually follow and look at to get me out. Back in the day, I'd have loved to know what sites to go to, because when I typed in Forex money, all I got was products on how to make money on Forex. I didn't really get a site. So I took time to find these sites and dig for them. So Today, like I said, I'm going to watch the Euro USD, see if we break Cobra, see how far we're going to go, see where its daily low was. You know, I mean, if we're on the daily low right now, if we were, say if we were, I'd be very cautious on going short. I don't want to say, well, we might just test it and then head back up in an ocean turn. So I'd be very, very cautious. So any quick questions before I let you guys go and hop off and start working on this last code here? Tina always has good questions. You know, there's some things, like I said, when you first see the system, it might be confusing because the candles are very different. The way we read it is very different. But once you trade it and you get on for a while, yeah, on the Catch a Trend website, the download link for the guide. I know the link is going under construction right now, so they might have that link taken down. But sure, um, send me your email, and I'll get you that guide sent to you. Go ahead and give it to me on here. Okay, there you go. Let me go ahead and copy this real quick. No problem. No problem. Our site, they're constantly updating and rebuilding it. So let me go to. I'll just keep it posted here. Actually, hold on one sec. Pull up my Word, and I will get it I will get it posted for you. But yeah, they're redoing, updating and redoing. So I don't have a clip that I'm glad I don't have to be involved in that stuff there, because I would be like, no, thank you. Yes, we can give you the guide definitely, and let you get an idea of what's going on with the system here and what we look for. Right on. Thank you. If you want, I will give you the actually call the office numbers on the site. If you're interested and talk to Steven, you can talk to Vlad. You can ask for him. He's the CEO of the company. One thing about our company is you're going to be able to talk to people that actually, you know, trade and make the system. We are all traders. We trade corporate accounts with this platform. I'm the chief trader. I'm in charge of the corporate accounts of the trading team. I guess you can say the prop room. So we use this to trade it. And then also too, once you do, if you do become a client, it's see if I have it on here. This is the community that we offer for you to go to, and you can talk to any other trader who trades this platform and talk about trading and see what's going on, which is to me, I think it's a better form of testimonial than seeing a website with, I feel like, fakely written, you know, testimonies like, hey, yeah, it works great. I made $2,000 this month. Yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, whatever. You know, I mean, those can be typed or who knows. The social network is for people who actually trade. They can come on there at any point of the day and post their failures or success, what they think about the system, which so far we had nothing bad. You know, normally it's just technical glitches, which FXCM has or the cloud has. But it's a very nice place to see that, because we can't go in there and delete that. I have no access to delete anything, and I think Vlad didn't have it either. I think the only guy that has it is the web guy that built it. Which, you know, if you post something bad and then come back and it's gone, that should raise a red flag, which never happens. So it's a good place you can go to once you become a client, that you can talk to other clients, because in the past, when I bought systems, I could care less what the creator would do with it, because they're supposed to be good at the system, right? I could care less how much money he made. I could care less what these experts. I want to see the common person like myself, you know, at the time that was just, you know, just the normal guy sitting at home, or normal girl sitting at home that wanted to trade. I wanted to see, well, how are they successful? Who has the software? Who uses it? Are they successful? That's what I wanted to see, and that's why we made the social network. So you guys can, one, trade together, you know, post screenshots, share ideas. That's where the groups are. That's where the forums and photos. And then I wanted a place where it's free speech of, hey, this system doesn't work. Yes, it works for me. I've been emailed by people who said that they just can't get it. One thing is trading is not for everybody. You know, I hate to say that, but you know, some people just won't get it. There was a friend of mine that he was a nuclear engineer. This dude just could not get it. I mean, literally, I don't know if he overanalyzed everything. He looked for, I think it had to make a certain setup every time. If a certain setup wasn't there every time, he wouldn't take the trade, or he'd get in, and I don't know, I think he was semi-successful. And it's not the platform, it's just the person itself. You know, some people that are controlling, that come from jobs where they've always been in control and that they've been the main decision maker, they tend to get ate up in the markets because they try to take control and they can't control the market. So they start trading blindly. They start trading, trying to beat the market, which no one can beat it. The market will humble you very, very quickly, especially Forex. We don't control it. The banks control it. They can see where stops are. They can see. They can. It's not going to say they don't manipulate. They try to beat other banks. They try to see. They try to beat Barclays and HSBC. I was going to say Barings. They try to beat these banks by trading and being sneaky. I mean, there's a good documentary on the social network if you guys are there. I think it's called $1 Billion Day. It's from the 80s, how banks played the Forex game, and of course your major speculators coming in. But it's some people just can't get trading. I've spent time with people who just didn't get it. They have just because you have a good winning system, if it's not for you, it's not for you. It's not the system. It's just not meant to be a trader. Like I'm not meant to be a pilot. I could probably do all the teaching and training in the world, and I just want to do barrel rolls and land on aircraft carriers. I couldn't do that. That's not me. One, my passion's not there for it. I also believe that you gotta have passion for trading. If you guys, I was told, if you guys really want to become traders, I was told in the past that you got to put the money in, you got to put the time in, you got to put the dedication to it. It's not a cheap hobby. It does cost money to make money, and that's one thing that I had to learn early on. That's the thing, that there's a lot of systems out there, and when I first came out, I remember my first ever big system I bought was AbleTrend, and it's okay, but it's just, I started to find versions of it, which I thought worked the same, and I just wasn't happy at certain points, because that's why I don't have any, audible alerts, really. And I know I'm asked all the time about that. I don't have any, all things line up to a certain color, because that's not going to happen, because we're using multiple time frame analysis. That 15, if I put the same chart over here, if I put Ocean, Cobra, Stealth, high and low on the 15-minute chart, it will never line up online. It will get in sync, meaning it'll line up in sync, but as far as what the colors are doing and the crossing of Cobra will never happen at the same time. So because we're using MTF, I believe MTF is the best thing you can use, which is multiple time frame analysis to trade. I feel like it's the best style of trading, because it allows me to kind of zoom in and zoom out and see what's really going on a smaller level. And I said, imagine the football stadium where the fans do the wave, and you see the first part of the stadium stand up and wave. Well, the back hasn't stood up yet. And as they sit back down, here comes the middle, and then here comes the end. And as the end is finally coming up, the front is coming up again. So that's kind of how multiple time frame analysis works in trading. But yeah, there's plenty of systems out there that are built. I've been on the forums. They call them snake oil people, and they're guys that claim all this. Like I said, we don't claim this is the great holy grail. You're going to have losses, and that's how the market is, because everyone's going to lose. If you say you don't lose the market, show me your PL. I want to see it, because then you obviously got a nice system. But most of my losses come from me just closing the trade out really quick and opening it right back up to basically what's called reposition. Or I'll get down to break even, close it out, and even though it's break even, I still consider a losing trade. But I hate that spread. But the system was built by traders. I'm a straight up Forex trader. Came from being by myself in my hometown with not another trader probably in a 300-mile radius of me, especially with currency, and learning from the ground up, learning what's a candlestick, what's a trend line, what's this, how does this work. And I remember I looked at my old books that I read. I had notes like, what is intraday? I remember asking, what is MTF? How does a 30-minute? I think it was 30 and 15-minute chart that I was trading. And so I'm not an Ivy League graduate. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not some guy who worked in some analyst office in currency markets. So because I used to hate seeing systems by these guys. I'm thinking, well, sure, you guys went to Harvard, you went to business. Sure, you guys, you worked on the markets. You probably saw things I didn't get to see. And sure, you're successful with your system, but how is it for the common person like myself who went to online university and so forth? So it was built by traders for traders. It's not not a hype system. You know, it's not, you know, there's not a magical. So there's no. I hate when people say come see the secret of Forex. There's no secret of Forex, folks. There's no secret in trading. There's no magic secret. There's nothing. It's the same thing we're using. I mean, none of us right now. Anything that comes out is not a reinvented. It's just, you know, we didn't reinvent the wheel. You know, it's most of these indicators have been around since the 80s and 70s. It's the settings, it's the parameters, it's the source code, and it's the way you put them together that creates the value in a system. I mean, there's about 800 plus indies on MT4. I could dump out all 800 and say, build me a winning system. You might be there for about 4 or 5 years to do that, because it's a lot of thought that goes into how an indicator moves on its respective time frame. If you don't understand MTF, you know, if you have a system that says, okay, our system works on the 1 hour chart only, well, that's good, but what's the daily doing? Because the daily sets the pace. So if your system gives me a long and the daily is short, you're setting me up for failure. You know, ours doesn't do that. We try to look at what's going on higher time scales. That's why you have position, you have scalp, you have swing. I don't know what style you're going to trade. You could be a scalper, a swing trader, or a position trader. That's not my decision. That all comes on you. To me, I can scalp. I think if you who followed me in the money room saw when I first came on, just the first 2 nights to just kind of, you know, welcome everybody and see how it's going, they found out how aggressive I was. I'm very aggressive on scalping. If it's 3 or 4 pips, I'm going to take it. But that plays to my weakness, because why? I would tend to overtrade my account. I would do 40 plus trades, literally. And I've shown my old PL statements or my old screenshots from MT4. I scalped crazy. And I don't want to, you know, I like swinging in position because of my scalp. If I get stuck in a scalp, that scalp now becomes a swing trade. If I get stuck in a swing trade, that swing trade now becomes a position trade. And I just hold it. You know, I'm margined correctly and set up right. Now, people who are learning Forex, we do offer the boot camps. The next one is November 16th in our Newport office up in Irvine, California. I'll be there again. Bud will be there. The team will be there. You guys can come on. We will go in depth. This time I'm going to do a little bit more deeper presentation. My presentation last time crashed actually a day before the boot camp, so I had to rebuild not a quick one, just rebuild it back up. But there's a lot more I want to add into it this time. And but we go over money management. We go over how I grow an account, because most people will tell you this: here's your system. Here's where you get in. Here's where you get out. Well, there's so much more trading than just getting in and getting out. When do you take off profit? When do you close out half your profit? When, you know, because there's times you can miss your exit. With our platform, you're not going to miss that exit. If you do miss the exit, then it's your own fault. Literally, if you get a margin call on this, it is your own fault. One, you've got $5,000 and you're taking a trade that's requiring $4,980 in margin. You won't last long. But if you do margin correctly, you won't get a margin call, because you can see when the markets are moving. We can see how price deviates from value, and that's all we're looking at. The ocean, the red line, that is value. All right, we see how bar price is pushed down, and it shoots back up to value. We're looking for those deviation points. So patience is a game. If you have patience, you know, you're going to be a successful trader. You know, no one forces you in. You don't have to get in. There's no one behind you saying, get in now. You know, you don't have to. It's up to you. And I've been told, I've read books, you know, not taking a position is taking a position. You're actually waiting for money to be given to you. So Forex trading, it's a good market. You know, especially for me when I was coming up, because I didn't have a lot of money at the time. I could not buy, you know, I could buy a sensitive platform. I had saved up for that, but I couldn't afford the broker. I couldn't afford to put in $10,000 and then, you know, not really make anything because of data fees, because of, you know, of the signal this, signal that. So I found Forex because I could take, you know, my money, buy a decent platform, put in a decent amount in the broker, I'm good to go. So, like I said, it just takes time, folks. So I'm going to let you guys, I've held you guys now past an hour. I want you guys to get off. Yeah, the new background of the new platform will be white. We, let's see, hold on, let me see if I got here is just a chart showing this example right there. This is the new high and low right here. This is just a mini. This is a yes. This is just the different candles. Just seeing high and low, so it'll be white. The actual new platform itself will be white. So they're coded that way. I want to see if this one showed. Yeah, that was the other version. So it's actually going to be white. So That's why I'm moving to a silver now, to get you guys used to seeing a silver instead of all black. And they've been coded to work on a white background, so it'll be there. So that'll be I'm actually, once I get the whole package together, because I want to be able to show a little bit more. I did show I think Sunil, if you guys saw that at the boot camp, I showed it up on what it looked like on Ninja. At the time we just had the position chart, but now I've got one more code to do on scalping and we're done. And we'll be putting it together. We'll test it as far as how how it functions and works, and then we'll offer it as a different package. Now, if you just want to trade currency in Forex, you can stay with FXCM. You can stay with the old platform. It's not going anywhere. But the new webinars, everything will be geared towards the new platform. So if I'm talking about convergence divergence on our new high and low and moving averages, well, you're not going to see that there. It's going to be a fee for the new platform. The new platform, we're going to do and test it on Ninja first before we go on to our next deal with what we're doing for a platform. So yes, whatever fee, if you're with Ninja and whatever broker you use and data fee you pull from, that's going to be your fee. And then the Ninja cloud fee, I'm talking to Vlad today, because Ninja pulls on the cloud servers, the fee you guys pay. It's a host the cloud server. The data in and out fee, we cover that, and that's usually 2 times more than your actual fee you're paying. So we cover that because it's data in, data out fee. The Ninja is going to have a lot more data out, so the platform, we're going to increase it to cover the extra those costs. Let's see, 3-day trial website plus my email. Yeah. The trial, once you fill out for that, Ross, you'll be emailed, and then they'll set you up with I want to say it's 5-day now. I think we've increased it to 5-day. So like I said, the website's being worked on, so I think it's going on to 5-day now. But yeah, sure, you guys will sign up for that. They'll build you a platform. You'll get logged in. I'll mail you. I got your email right here. So it's right there. So I will email you today and get you hooked up with the manual, so you and your partners can look at it. So just know that there'll be a new manual because of being on Ninja with the new indicators. So I'll have to also sit down and with the guys and get that created and built up. So that'll allow you guys to see. So everything's the same. It's just we've added more algorithms to Steam to really set it off a little better, and then we've changed these indicators here because there's things I can do in there's things I can, like I said, in MQ4. When I came from MT4, I could do things in MQ4. I can do more in Lua. When I left the code for FXCM, I moved over to C#. I can do a lot more in C#. Yeah, you put your phone, email. There you go, no problem. Yeah, you'll get hooked up. The guys in the office there, they're 6:41 in California, so they'll be coming in at 6:41. They'll be getting in today about at 8 o'clock. There is somebody at the office now. The traders come in from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. One of the traders that man the phone, so he's there now. So I think I had another question. Tina, there you go. Let's see. No, the new FXCM platform, not Ninja. Will there be a fee for it, or will it be free? FXCM is now. If you haven't used Ninja before, Ninja is it's a trading platform. It's a charting software, right? So you have to link your broker. Am I linked? No, I'm not linked right now. Okay. Okay, there you go. So yeah, it's so I'm not sure if you're asking. See, FXCM is there's no data for FXCM. They don't charge. No. Yeah, FXCM. No. There'll be no fee. If you're a current client, it's just if you'll listen. I'm sure we'll come up with if you want Ninja, if you want to cross over to Ninja, yes, we'll build it up. Only thing that will increase will probably be the monthly fee to host on the cloud, just because of that data in service. Now we are looking right now, which I've told a few of you guys I've talked to, we are actually looking and building, which we're actually doing it, our actually own platform, our actually own, you know, trading platform. So we're meaning that, you know, what you see here will be, you know, these charts, you know, everything you see up here is going to be actually our own custom platform, you know, which we're looking to do. We're going to run everything on Ninja first to get it moving, which we're glad wants to set up a Ninja and run it first. Okay, took the money out of Ninja, put it in FXCM. So yeah, whatever broker you were with Ninja, say if you were using Ninja and you were with Global Futures, you just took it out and went with FXCM. So yeah, you can still trade Forex on FXCM. My Ninja is linked to FXCM. But if I want to trade futures, of course I'm gonna end up going with a broker that will allow me to trade futures. I don't care if the other broker trades Forex. I'm gonna stick with FXCM because they're a largest currency broker in the world. But that'll be coming out soon, and all those will be getting hashed out. But like I said, you guys will be left in the dark. It will be like, here you go, and then that's it. Everybody will be announcements on the board, and everybody will know what's going on when we cross over to Ninja. So the goal is to take this platform that was built in currency and push it over onto Ninja so we can trade stocks. And I've seen Apple, I've seen Google, and I've seen, like Bank of America. You know, I know it's down to $6, and back, you know, a year ago, and now having to see the platform on Bank of America, you could have bought in and still be in the trade today. Apple, you can see the gap. I mean, I love seeing how, because stock and futures play a lot more nicer than Forex. They respect, especially stock, it respects technical levels a lot more than currency will. So seeing, you know, these major currencies, 3M, seeing these major currencies on the system, and then you could the ability is endless. You could buy out of the money options, you know, on Apple and make a killing because you know which way price is going to go because of the deviation. We can see it. So you can you can make a killing in that market. You know, you can have your Thinkorswim broker, your option equities broker, and you could be looking at the system on Ninja. You can see, okay, I can see Apple now has deviated. We're coming back into value. And you can go buy your options, and you can just make a killing. It's just unlimited in what you can do with stocks and then with futures. Now we're going to cover all areas of the market, not just currency. So that'll be coming on board. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to start getting on board with this last code with the coder here at about top of the hour. Keep on trading, keep on demoing. If you are a new client, like I said, I'll hook you up, Ross, with the manual. You know, ask questions, call the company. Everyone there will talk to you. They'll get you hooked up. All of these videos now that I record these videos, we are getting them back on YouTube. You have our SEO guy that's going to be putting them on the Facebook page. So we are on Facebook. You know, find us on Facebook, like us, and all the videos will go on Facebook and Twitter. So you guys can see a repeat of all my videos there on our Facebook page. On the forum page. Can you put a link on the forum page for the videos? Okay, on the trend, yeah, all that's going to be taken care of. We're slowly. We used to have them on YouTube, but of course we were limited to what we can put on there as far as minutes. But now it's increased to, I think, where we want to. So we're getting them up on YouTube again. We'll have the YouTube channel, and then we're gonna link that channel to the website. Link it into the video section of the trading CTT, and then we're gonna have it on our Facebook and our Twitter, so you guys can follow us there. All that slowly but surely coming in place. And yep, Ross, I'll after this here, I'll email you the manual, and then I'm going to hop on with this coder in Canada and start working with him because he's already in his office. So getting this last one put out and ready to go. So a lot of good things are coming. A lot of good changes are coming. Like, so I'm looking forward to getting on Ninja and seeing it, and then looking forward to the actual platform itself being built. So we are going to test it on Ninja, see how it works with the futures and starting now, because we can do that now instead of waiting, you know, 3 or 4 months for the platform to get built. So we're getting that hooked up, and everything will be good to go. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. And tomorrow morning is going to be a presentation on just the company itself, what we can do as far as the platform. Remember, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays are education. So it's going to be based off of the platform, how we see it, how we trade it. Tuesdays, more of a presentation. This is what we are, this is what we can offer, and so forth. So that'd have been a good day, Ross. You know, if you want to come back on board with your partners tomorrow, we'll give we'll do the whole scoop on everything the company is, who we are, what we offer, and what the platform itself is. And then the rest of you guys, if you want to come on, you can. If you don't, I'll see you on Wednesday, and we'll continue with education. Let's see how the markets move. I'm watching USJPY trade. I'm watching to come back down into value, and then there's a few other trades I'll be watching too, and of course I will post those on the network. Normally I'm very heavy posting on the social network. Just recently with these new codes, most of my day is now spent doing that, or spent on a meeting with somebody about doing that. So I will be on there though a lot more active once Ninja's up and running, and the team is moving forward strong. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning, same time. Come back on, and if not, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. So you guys have a good day. Go to work if you have to go to work. Sit and trade. Watch this hour on Euro USD. Watch the next candle so you can get an idea how these candles work if you got some confusion, and I'll shoot you that manual. So I will be talking to you guys a little bit later. All right. See you guys tomorrow, and have a good day. Bye-bye.